Rasulullah Sallallahu he made another prediction. He said that the hour will not be established until there will be competition among people on decoration of mosques. Again, a hadith from Sahih Ibn Hibban. So, is decoration of mosque allowed in the first place? Scholars have actually talked about it. Well, not every decoration is a problem. I mean, there is some problem, and I'll explain exactly when it becomes a problem. And the questions that people generally ask: can we build minarets? Can we build domes? Can we do this and that? So, first thing we have to remember that if anything is needed for the masjid, we need to fulfill that need. Okay? What is the most important thing is that we should not be extravagant. We should not be extravagant. So, basically meaning we cannot spend more than we have. We cannot spend beyond our needs. If we don't have money and still going and buying things which we cannot even afford, that is called extravagance. And that is what is the problem. And especially people, brothers who come to the masjid often are involved in these decision making, they have to keep few things in mind. I am thinking of making a whole halaqah for the topic of masjid, inshallah. So there's so many issues that we need to talk about, but we have to be very careful what we spend for the masjid. I'm not saying that we should go and buy very cheap quality carpet. No, that is not what I meant. What we have to keep in mind is that whatever we buy, we should think, why are we buying that for, right? If carpet may be very expensive, but it is supposed to long last and of very good quality, then yes, it is okay. This is good. But if we have to, for example, think how is that carpet going to affect people? Like if people are praying and if they are noticing, oh, that's a beautiful design there, and just focusing on the design of the carpet, then it's a problem. It's a problem. So whoever bought that carpet, he thought, oh, it looks beautiful, but he's defeating the whole purpose. The purpose of the masjid is that people should focus in salah, right? Same thing applies with all the decorations in the masjid. It's so sad that, we see all these pictures, oh, what a beautiful mosque, and people show it and share it with all the people on emails and everything. And you see people that they go into this huge mosque in Dubai and they start taking pictures, mashallah, so beautiful architecture. I mean, masjid is not meant to be that way. Okay, so you don't go to the masjid, hey, let's go to masjid, it has got very beautiful designs there, beautiful architectural work. That's not why people go to masjid. People should feel that need that, oh, I have to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's why I'm going there. And when you go there, you immediately should focus on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not worry about the beautiful designs or how great we have become, how beautiful designs we can come. But at the same time, if something is really needed, then we should do for it. We shouldn't leave the walls just like that. If a beautiful paint needs to be done and it will be very long lasting and it should be decent looking, that is all fine. And especially it should help the worshippers. And Rasulullah SAW specifically said that I have not been commanded to build lofty masjids. And this is a Sahih hadith. And in fact, what happened one time, Umar radiallahu anhu, during his time when people had a very good financial situation, during that time Rasulullah's masjid was still having the palm trees in the roof. And whenever people would pray in the masjid and it would rain, it would become very difficult. So he commanded people that you should build a proper roof. And he said that do not use red, yellow color and things like that, because he was referring to decorations basically. Don't decorate it. People will miss the whole point. Then they'll get distracted. So the main things that scholars say that you should not be, first of all, extravagant, and second thing, if you have a lot of money, you should think about the expansion of the masjid rather than going for beautification of the masjid, right? That's how we see every fundraiser. We look like we are broke. We don't have money, and so we should think about expanding it. Then when we have a lot of money, then inshallah we'll think about making it a little bit more beautiful. But again, not going into too much decoration. But we that's called extravagance. We cannot afford, and we are going for this big thing. I was in one city in Texas, and they did so much of fundraising, and people really sacrificed their, they didn't have a lot of money in there, but they still chipped in with whatever, $1,000, whatever they sacrificed. And what we see later on is that masjid management bought this $50,000 chandeliers, just chandeliers, just to make it beautiful. And how would people feel, really? They were like, oh, it looks beautiful. Don't you want masjid to be beautiful? Of course we want, but not this way. It's like people, whoever comes, just looking at the chandeliers instead of focusing in the dhikr. So that is the problem. If you don't have right people in the management, this is what happens. All the incorrect decisions that comes in. And also, the scholar said that whatever you do, it should not distract the worshippers, whatever decoration you want to do. And also, they said you should not get into competition. Oh, that masjid did that, so we have to do better than that because our community should be better than theirs. When this comes, this is a big problem. Never compare with yourselves with other masjids. And also, people get arrogant too. We have more engineers, we have this, and we have more qualified people. We want to show people who really we are. When you have this kind of arrogance, that's a big problem. That's what Rasulullah specifically meaning here, that there will be competition among people. There will be competition, and it is the story. And if you know people in this area, go far, New York, upstate, there are people who are always thinking in terms of how to be better than others in masjids. So, and also, please never make masjid a tourist spot. That's a problem. And people go even to the extent of making, golden calligraphy and things like that. This is all bad. In fact, Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he said that Jews and Christians were the ones who were involved in decorating the masjids, and we kind of picked it up from them. And what do scholars say about the minarets? Can we have a minaret? So, what was the purpose of the minarets? Why did we have minarets? There was basically two reasons. First thing is that it should be recognized by everybody that where is the masjid. People shouldn't have to. It is the reason of the minarets was that people should be able to come to masjid, recognize, okay, this direction is the masjid. So that was the first reason. Second reason the scholars gave was that adhan. So muazzin would climb on the top of the minaret and would give the adhan, and the entire city would be able to hear. If I give adhan from here, how many people can hear? But if I give from minaret, that will serve the purpose. But if this purpose is not there, if the need is not there, then there's no point of minaret, isn't it? And also the scholar said about the dome of the masjid. You see domes around it. Is that allowed? Again, we look, why did scholars in the past days permitted domes? They said that the reason why domes are there is because the need of light and air. You need that. So that's why people used to build that. But if you don't have that need, if people are like, oh, we want to make it really beautiful masjid, it should attract people. If that's the point, that's a problem. Again, going back to the same hadith. So everything goes by the need. Everything goes by the purpose why you are doing it. You should always think, is this helping the worshippers of the masjid? If yes, then it's okay. Otherwise, no.